In a world filled with chaos and conflict, imagine possessing a quiet, unshakable power, untouched by drama, immune to insults, and unbothered by negativity. Today, we're diving into the life-changing secrets of emotional mastery, where calm isn't just a reaction, it becomes your superpower. This is your path to freedom and resilience. What if you could develop such control over your emotions that no insult, argument, or frustrating encounter could shake you? This might seem like an impossible dream, but the truth is, it's a skill that anyone can learn. Emotional resilience isn't about avoiding people or situations. It's about learning to respond with clarity and intention instead of reacting impulsively. The first step is understanding why we get angry and why certain situations or people seem to push our buttons. Anger itself isn't inherently bad. It's a survival mechanism that evolved to help us respond to threats. When someone cuts you off in traffic or speaks to you disrespectfully, your brain's amygdala springs into action, triggering the fight or flight response. Adrenaline and cortisol flood your body, preparing you to either confront the threat or escape it. This response was vital for survival in prehistoric times, but today, most threats are social or emotional, not physical. So why does our body react so strongly to situations that don't truly endanger us? The answer lies in how we interpret events. Anger arises when we perceive that someone has violated our sense of fairness or respect. This perception isn't always accurate, and it's often colored by past experiences, insecurities, or expectations. The good news is, once you've realized that your emotional reactions are based on perception, you can begin to change how you respond. No one can control your emotions unless you allow them to. Here is a powerful example to illustrate this concept. A young monk and his teacher were crossing a river when they encountered a young woman struggling to get across. The monk hesitated, knowing their vows prohibited touching women, but the teacher calmly carried her to the other side and continued walking. Hours later, the young monk burst out, "How could you carry her? It's against our rules." The teacher replied, "I put her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" This story teaches us that holding on to negativity or overthinking someone's actions burdens only you. Letting go protects your peace of mind. But how do you stay calm in the heat of the moment? This is where mindfulness becomes a game changer. Mindfulness is the practice of observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Think of your mind as a still pond. When anger or frustration arises, it's like someone throwing a rock into the water, creating ripple effects that distort the reflection. Mindfulness allows you to let the water settle, restoring clarity and calm. Here is a practical mindfulness exercise that you can use next time someone irritates you. Pause and take 3 slow, deep breaths. It's also worth noting that mindfulness isn't limited to reactive moments. It's a skill you can build proactively. Daily meditation, even just for 5 minutes, can significantly reduce your reactivity to external triggers. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and observe your thoughts without judgment. Over time, this practice rewires your brain, strengthening the pathways that promote calm and weakening those linked to impulsivity. Think of it as an emotional strength training. You wouldn't expect to lift a heavy weight without practice, right? Mindfulness works the same way for your emotional muscles. As you breathe, focus on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. Then ask yourself, is it worth my peace? Most of the time, you'll realize it just isn't. The simple pause creates space between the stimulus and your reaction, allowing you to respond with intention rather than anger. Another critical component of staying unbothered is shifting your perspective. Sometimes, shifting your perspective requires asking deeper questions. Instead of reacting to someone's words, consider what they might reveal about your own vulnerabilities. For instance, if a criticism hits particularly hard, ask yourself why it affected you so deeply. Could it be touching an insecurity or fear you haven't addressed yet? By viewing challenging interactions as mirrors reflecting your inner state, you turn conflicts into opportunities for self-discovery. This process doesn't neutralize anger, it empowers you to grow. You're no longer a victim of circumstance. You become an active participant in your emotional development. When someone behaves poorly, it's natural to take it personally. For example, if a coworker snaps at you, you might think they don't respect me. But what if their reaction has nothing to do with you? Maybe they're overwhelmed with stress or dealing with personal issues. By considering alternative explanations, you can replace anger with understanding. Instead of asking, "Why are they doing this to me?" ask, "What might they be going through?" Compassion is a transformative tool for emotional resilience. It doesn't mean excusing bad behavior, it means understanding that people act out of their own struggles, insecurities, and pain. When you approach others with compassion, you protect yourself from negativity. And here's the surprising part: compassion often disarms hostility. When you respond to anger or rudeness with kindness, it changes the dynamic and allows for a more constructive interaction. Letting go of anger is another essential skill. Imagine carrying a backpack full of rocks, each one representing a grudge, insult, or unresolved conflict. Over time, the weight becomes rather unbearable. Letting go is like setting the backpack down. It doesn't mean forgetting what happened or allowing others to mistreat you. It means freeing yourself from the burdens of carrying unnecessary negativity. Ask yourself, are you holding on to rocks you don't need? While letting go is powerful, there are times that setting boundaries is also necessary. Remember, boundaries are not just for others, they're also for yourself. Sometimes we are our own worst triggers, revisiting painful memories or replaying conversations that upset us. To counter this, set an internal boundary. Decide not to dwell on thoughts that drain your energy. When you catch yourself spiraling, interrupt the cycle with a grounding technique, such as focusing on your surroundings or naming 5 things you're grateful for. Internal boundaries are like fences in a garden. They keep out the weeds of negativity while allowing positive growth to flourish. Boundaries aren't about cutting people out of your life, they're about protecting your peace. If someone consistently drains your energy or pushes your buttons, it's okay to create distance. For example, if a friend constantly complains or criticizes, you might limit the time you spend with them or set limits on the topics you discuss. Boundaries are a form of self-respect, and enforcing them can help you stay calm and centered. Adaptability is another key to staying unbothered. Life is full of challenges, and resisting them only creates frustration. Instead, aim to be like a river flowing around obstacles. A river doesn't stop for rocks, it finds a way to keep moving. Similarly, when faced with difficult people or situations, ask yourself how I can adapt without losing my peace. This mindset allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Gratitude is another powerful tool for maintaining emotional balance. An effective way to cultivate gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, big or small. Over time, this practice retrains your brain to focus on the positive, even in challenging situations. For example, if your colleague's criticism initially angers you, gratitude might help you see their feedback as an opportunity for growth. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's abundant. By consistently practicing this habit, you'll find it increasingly difficult to be rattled by minor annoyances or setbacks. When you focus on what you're grateful for, it becomes harder to dwell on negativity. Even in challenging moments, there's often something to appreciate. A lesson, a silver lining, or simply the fact that the challenge will pass. Finally, let's talk about the power of silence. Silence doesn't just de-escalate conflict, it also creates space for reflection and clarity. In the heat of the moment, silence can act as a reset button, giving you time to decide how to respond wisely. It's especially powerful in negotiations or tense discussions. When you remain silent, others often feel compelled to fill the void, revealing more than what they intended. But silence isn't just for outward interactions, it's also for your inner dialogue. Take moments of quiet daily to sit with your thoughts. These pauses help you process emotions and reinforce your sense of calm, making you less susceptible to external chaos. Silence is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. When someone tries to provoke you, choosing not to react is a powerful statement. It shows that you value your peace more than their negativity. Silence also prevents conflicts from escalating. The next time someone says something hurtful, pause before responding. Consider whether engaging will improve the situation or simply feed the tension. In relationships, staying calm and unbothered doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or avoiding difficult conversations. It means approaching conflicts with clarity and intention. The goal of these practices isn't to avoid all negativity, it's to change how you respond to it. By mastering your emotions, you reclaim your power. You stop being a puppet to others or their actions and start living with intention and purpose. Staying unbothered by people is about mastering your reactions, not controlling others. By practicing mindfulness, compassion, adaptability, gratitude, and silence, you can protect your peace and navigate life's challenges with resilience and clarity. Remember, no one can disturb your inner calm unless you allow them to. If you found these insights valuable, hit the like button and share this video. Subscribe for more empowering content. What steps will you take today to invite more peace into your world? Let's take this journey toward unshakable peace together.